What's going on, YouTube? Cap24 coming back with another play out of the Best of the Rest series that we've been doing for the New England Patriots all week long. Today is Friday, which means we do have the full scheme available now at smartmadden.com. That's going to have 16 additional plays that you haven't seen yet from these videos to give you a total of 20 when you add the 4 YouTube videos together. Today's play is going to be coming out of the single back ace slot, and the play is going to be called PA Verts. It doesn't look like it's got a whole lot to it, but it is a great play because of the special routes that are on this play and the way we're going to run it. We're going to show you 2 different ways to really have some good success with it. It also is not found in a whole lot of playbooks, just the Patriots, Eagles, Cowboys, and Chiefs. So it isn't something that you're going to see a whole lot when you go against it as a defender. So let's go ahead and bring it to you now. So for this video, guys, I'm going to give you 2 different setups. One is going to be a left hash mark play. One is going to be a right hash mark play. They're going to be totally different. It's going to be kind of a 2-for-1 video. Okay, we're going to start off by going against cover 2. And what I want you to see here is the uniqueness of these routes. The first thing I want to show you is that this A route has a really deep corner. You can see that the line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. He basically goes and makes his break right about the 43-ish yard line. So you're talking literally about a 17-yard stem to the route before he gets to the outside. You're going to get some really good yards, usually 25 to 30 yards on this. And I typically like to go to this A route on cover 2 when I have him deep. Now, what's also nice about this route is that I can go ahead and smart route him if I want to go against any of those other coverages in which we feel that we want to get a little bit shorter, kind of like a traditional cover 3. Or if you do a cover 3 where they're doing the inverted coverage, you can actually get away with both, either the deep or the shallow route. But for the first thing, we'll show you cover 2. Now, what's going to happen on this is going to be real simple. This X route does a great job of seeing how he has an outside release. Well, when we motion him to the right side, we're going to hike it as he passes the A as tight to that hash mark as possible. He's actually going to have an inward turn. And when he does an inward turn, he's going to hold that one safety close to the hash mark as possible, leaving the A open. So this is what I really prefer against cover 2, as all I'm doing on this play is moving this guy over, hiking as close to the A as possible. We're going to go ahead and carry out a fake. Now, the Y is always going to be our player that we're going to be able to hit first, but that's the player that we're looking for, okay? He's the one that's going to get open down the field. Let's go ahead and show you what really happened here in order to make it work. First thing I want you to show you is this one receiver. He's going to take an inward turn because you see how he had outward, and he's going to stay as tight to that hash mark as possible, giving the ability to drive back that that safety to where, see how he has to go back to the middle, leaving this guy open. And you can see where we catch this ball is right around the 30-yard line, which is going to be a 30-yard gain if we just go ahead and go down there. Now, what I also like about this is this option here to this running back. Okay, look what we did. We isolated the running back on the number 1 corner. If you've got a power back and you know that the number 1 corner doesn't have a whole lot of tackling ability, to me, it's a great, let's dump it off to a running back and let's get a truck going on. And basically taking advantage of the fact that they are on an island, right? So I'm going to show you here. You know, Freeman's not exactly the trucking back, you know, as far as, you know, his ratings are decent, but I'll show you here what I'm talking about. We're going to hike it here again. You can see that we're going to go with this. We're going to get it to the wide receiver, and now we're going to get a one-on-one with this player, and we're going for the truck, right? And now you're going to get some extra yards. It is a pre-planned, let's use the mismatch to our advantage when you're going against a cover 2 coverage. So that's what I really like about that. I'll show you real quick with cover 2 when we go and put this A on a smart route, if that's the way you prefer it. And we'll move this guy over, and you're going to see that he's got a little bit of a shorter route. Always hike it as close as possible so that the X gets to the side. You're going to see that this A is going to be open, and you're going to have that same type of success when you go with the smart route. Okay, it does break a little bit earlier, so you do have a little bit more options when it comes to throwing it earlier. But as you know, with smart routes, it's going to the down and distance. So if you're in 2nd and 2, you definitely want to make sure that you go ahead and use the entire route tree on there. Now, this works against cover 3. And it works against cover 4. It works against all coverages, right? So first thing I'm going to show you is the cover 3 with the the inverted coverage. So basically that corner on the right is actually going to play the deep half. That's what I'm seeing a lot more now because people are bombing the seams. And we'll show you basically how this works. I prefer always to put them on the smart route when I have the opportunity to. And we'll show you with and without the smart route. So here, this is with the smart route on the A. You're going to see that you're going to go ahead and carry out the fake. The Y is always going to be open. Now you're going to be able to throw this to the A just as well and get yourself a good 30 to 35 yards. Now let's go ahead and show you cover 3 when we're looking at it when they're doing a traditional coverage. And this is going to work with cloud flats and it's going to work with hard flats. Just the nature of the play, it's going to work better against hard flats. So we're going to keep this A. Basically, what we'll do is we'll smart route the A. And we'll do it against traditional cover 3 first, right? And then I'll show it to you where we're going to do it where it's a deep thing and how it works here. So again, put this guy there, keep it out. Y is going to be our player. You see that the A is open, and you're going to be able to throw that ball on the sidelines, right? It's going to be a tougher throw against traditional cover 3 because that guy's not getting it deep. But what I want to tell you is if you want to go against cover 3, you can make a minor adjustment. And the reason why, and I'm going to show you here, is when we keep this guy close, we want to attack any guy in a deep half. So when you're going against a cover 3 with the deep halves, that's really going to get that guy to go out there. But when you're not, he is not in that third zone. So if you think that the guy's doing a traditional cover 3, you're going to want to put that guy on a fade route in order to get his attention more and get him down the field. So that's the difference between what it is. I like to keep him on this route just because I'm facing a lot more deep halves. But if you're facing somebody that's got a traditional cover 3, I'm going to show you the difference now. And basically, I'm going to put this X now on a fade because he's going to get into that guy's zone a lot quicker, right? So here we go. We're going to move this guy over. You're going to see that when we hike this ball, we're going to have that guy fade out to the right now. He's going to take that guy's attention a lot more, and now you're going to be able to get that guy a little bit more open on the right-hand side because he's got to get his depth a lot further down the field because he's in his zone. So just know that route can be changed depending on what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of cover 4s and traditional cover 3s. Put them on a fade. If you're seeing more of the deep halves, leave them on that inside release streak because that's really going to help you get that player closer to the middle. So hopefully that kind of resonates with you of which one you should run at what time. Okay, so that's basically how it works against your cover 3s, their cover 2s. Go ahead and look at cover 6 real quick because it's getting pretty popular out there when it comes to run defense against run sets. So this is a 2 tight end set. And what you're going to see here is that you're going to have the ability to not only hit the A on the right, but this B receiver does a good job of getting in a spot to where on his break, he's going to be able to get open underneath that safety because most people don't play your deep blues when it comes to cover 6. So when you see it here, you're going to be able to kind of get it in that little spot where it's underneath the deep blue safety. So this guy right here, you see how he does this cut, and it's such a deep route that if you time this right, you're going to be able to throw that ball right there in a spot where cover 6 is very vulnerable. And it's right in the seam to the inside of the cover 2 safety. And because of that, you're going to have that great ability to get that spot and really have some good success. Now, that's basically how each of these plays work. I could show you against cover 4. The drop show 2 doesn't matter. It's going to be something that is going to have its ability to do this. So let's go ahead and look at it real quick where we're going to move this guy over, and it doesn't matter if it's deep or short. We'll move this guy here, and I would prefer to put this guy on a fade when you're doing this because of the way it has that ability. You're going to see that the Y is going to be your first option, and then you're going to be able to throw that to that A, kind of on a low pass to the outside in order to get him open. So that's how that works against all these coverages. Let's go ahead and reset this now and show you what I like on the right hash mark. So on the right hash mark, we're going to go ahead and show you a whole different type of setup. And what we're going to do is we're going to bomb your cover 3 traditionally, your cover 4, and your cover 6s with this, okay? All we're going to do is we're going to take this X, we're going to move him over, and we're going to put him on a smart routed in. I've already done it to where I'm doing it before he goes over there, so when he gets over there, it's going to be an in. I'm going to block the A. I'm actually going to block the Y as well. And I'm going to put this RB on a slant. I want max protection, only sending 3 routes. And watch what happens here against cover 3 when it's traditionally where they're not a player in a deep half, okay? You're going to see that you're going to have that X is going to hold that player. You're going to go over the top to this B for the one-play score. Just rack catch it, and you're going to be having a great opportunity to get that score. Now, let's go ahead and show you this against cover 4 now, which we'll do the cover 4 drop show too. I'm going to base the line. If I was to press it, it's going to give you a bad representation, because when you press a 3-4 odd, basically what ends up happening is those safeties come in the box, and you're going to see that this is going to be a lot easier to bomb. I'll just show you it real quick, and then I'll show you without it, just so you can see the difference. But we're just going to go ahead again and do the same setup. And so if you ever see them that close, you're going to say that you've got a lot easier chance of bombing them. So here it is. You're going to see that the B is going to get over the top, and you're going to be able to have that one-play score against cover 4, right? So that was just an easy way of doing it because they were pressed. Now, if they're not pressed, I want to show you that to kind of give a different representation of it to make sure that you see that it's not because the guys were pressed. Okay, here we are. And let me just make sure I base the line just to give you the best, representation that you would probably see in the game. Here we are. And we're going to move this guy over. We're going to put the RB on a slant. We're going to block A. We're going to block Y. And we're going to put this X on a smart routed in. Okay, so we're all set here. Now let's go ahead and show you here how it works against cover 4. And you can see that even though the guys were not, you're still going to be able to throw this ball over the top, just rack catch it for the one-play score. Also going to work against cover 6. So let's get cover 6 out there. And you're going to see that because cover 6 is typically on the 3-4 odd, or a lot of their defenses are going to be strong to the right side. What you're going to do again is you're going to move this guy over, RB slant, A block, Y block, and make sure that the X is on that in route, right? It wants to be a smart routed in. You want to use this setup close to that 10-yard down in distance, because that's what holds that player, is that 10-yard route. Here you go again. This is cover 6. You're going to be attacking the cover 4 side. This time I'm just going to kind of get over here. You're going to see how you're going to be able to bomb this player and have the one-play score. So this is just a great play to, mix in against those coverages. You can do it in the right hash mark, left hash mark. Works really, really well with 2 different setups. Something to kind of really use as a nice scheme. Go ahead and check out our website again at smartmadden.com for that full scheme of the best of the rest series, where we're going to have, plays that we did not go over in different formations to really help you with this Patriots scheme altogether. I want to say thank you for everybody that has watched this video all the way to the end. We do appreciate your support. If you got something useful out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does really help us grow our channel. If you're new to our channel and haven't seen one of the videos that are on your screen right now, go ahead and check it out for some great Madden content. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.